You're moving my mouse and it's spooky.
Woo! Right now it's a black screen for me, so...
It's the, little, that start menu thing.
What?
Did you... I think you exited out of remote play on accident.
Whoops.
Something happening. Maybe.
Yeah, right now it's just live broadcast. Please stand by.
Okay.
Oh, now I can see it. Question is if I can see it on OBS, but I guess we'll find out. Unless I... Greetings and salutations, viewers! It's the LanStars, back again with some more Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
And you see, the important thing about that is, we did the Sonic. But... have we done the Knuckles?
Clearly we have not.
I feel like we should do that, and unfortunately that means Star is just a passenger on this one. There is no option to do Knuckles and Tails, although there's some funny options in Sonic Mania, and I know there's some funny mods for Sonic Mania if you're into that thing, that involve multiplayer stuff. But, so yeah, let's kick off this Knuckles run.
This little piggy go boom.
So yeah, Knuckles doesn't get an opening cutscene.
Makes sense.
We're just thrown right into it. And you may notice that Knuckles takes a little bit longer to get moving.
He can't go fast.
Also, he skipped leg day, so he has shorter hops, but
whee!
He can glide, and in doing so, he can punch people.
Man, who knew echidnas could glide?
And there's something you may notice in the background in a little bit. Or rather, something you may notice is missing. I have to get to a point where you can actually see that. So as Sonic, you would have to spin dash through this.
Uh-huh.
But I am Knuckles, and I am... the CHONK. I just wanted to show this idle animation off because it amuses me.
He's like,
fear me, for I am beefy.
He was like, get on with it!
Alright, I should be less rusty at this time. So Knuckles has a lot less chances to get emeralds in general.
Uh-huh.
I am going to try to get all the emeralds. Again, much like the Sonic run, no promises. But I am going to do my best.
But I'm assuming with this one, I don't have to slap you for slacking.
No.
Okay. I wasn't going to in the first place, but...
I should be able to at least get the Chaos Emeralds.
That's fair.
But yeah, this is exactly the same as Sonic's.
The only difference is you're a redhead now.
Yep, I'm a ginger.
But if you're ginger, would that make me baby? Because I don't think I'd be sporty or posh.
Or dopey, or sneezy, or dog. God, the Spice Girls were super huge when we were kids.
Yeah, I remember they were on all that.
Also, man, my neighbors have an awesome dog. Sorry, I just looked out my window, and there's an awesome dog out there.
Aw. Is he in the inflatable toilet?
He is not in the inflatable toilet, although one of my neighbors might be.
Huh. Well, I guess it makes sense, because, I mean, to be fair, a lot of kids pee in pools.
Yep. So the thing you may notice when we get to a point in the background that shows this off, there's no actual visible water. Like, in the Sonic run, there's definitely, like, you can tell you're in the ocean. In the Knuckles run, there isn't any visible water. Like, here it's visible, sort of. And there's a reason for that.
Turns out all of the water is just Knuckles' bathroom.
The reason for that is, even though the manual will tell you differently, the Knuckles run actually canonically takes place after the Sonic run.
Ah.
There's other evidence for this later. Woo! This again.
Boing.
I promise there will be actual more differences in a bit, but
I'm going to poke you, Knuckles. Poke, poke, poke.
oh god, I'm being chased by the mouse!
You cannot escape.
Oh no! So even though Tails is probably the most fun way to play this game, Knuckles is probably the way I've played the most, just because Knuckles is one of my favorite Sonic characters, which is an entire rant. But we can get to that rant in a minute, because first,
Emerald.
we have to do this again. Ah. Almost screwed that up for a sec.
Still no clue where this area actually exists in, but okay.
Yep. Like, I remember in the Sonic Saturday morning cartoon, they would try to justify where these things are, like, oh, we go through portals to different worlds, and they have different properties, and it's like, okay, cool, I can buy that, but they kind of stepped away from that in the games.
Yeah, and plus now the cartoons are no longer canon.
Yeah.
Which means we don't get Princess Sally.
She only shows up in Sonic Spinball and the manual for Sonic CD, which was really funny.
That's fine, we got a great trade-off in Amy Rose.
Yeah, so, in Sonic CD, that's the first appearance of Amy Rose, but in the American manual for when the game first came out, they were like, oh, it's Princess Sally! And, like, when I was a kid and my neighbor Matt had the game, I'd go in and it's like, that's not what Princess Sally looks like! I watched the damn cartoon!
For one, she had no clothes.
Yep. She did get a vest eventually, or a backpack or something. Ah, we just got this nice and cleaned up and it's on fire again.
Thanks, Sonic. Are you sure you're the one with the good environmental message?
I don't want the lightning shield, excuse me. I just scarfed down barbecue, so you may hear some hiccups every now and then.
But at least your nose isn't itchy this time.
Don't jinx it. So up here is the way Sonic went. You jump off this rock and get up there. Damn it! Well,
you're too CHONK.
Too much pie for Knuckles.
What kind of pie would he like?
Canonically, his favorite fruit is grapes.
Is there a grape pie?
I could probably make one.
Ooh.
So you might notice that in the Sonic fight version of this fight, this thing didn't launch the missiles.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the Knuckles bosses, way more aggressive. In fact, Knuckles, you could argue, is the hard mode in a lot of ways. In some ways it's not, which we'll show off, but, So yeah! Entirely different stage 2 for Knuckles. And, there are no Emerald stages in this version. Yay!
Yay! Also, there's a lot of worms in his stage.
Yep.
Knuckles, do you need to go to the vet?
Oh god, that reminds me of a work story.
Oh dear.
But sadly, it's not repeatable in polite company.
So I'll hear about it later, and all of you will just speculate.
That coworker was so pissed at me that day. Everyone else thought it was hilarious. Nah. But because Knuckles is slower and doesn't jump as high, his gameplay tends to be a little bit more defensive than Sonic's is. Like, Sonic is by design, it's like, go fast, jump high, be aggressive! Tails, it's like, explore all the things! Knuckles, you have to be a little bit more careful.
But he's CHONK. Shouldn't he have, like, extremely good constitution?
You would think, and that's the thing they give Mighty in Sonic Mania, actually, which is awesome! In Sonic Mania, Mighty basically plays as Sonic, except better. So much better. That worked out better than I was expecting it to. Well, crap, I don't have a fire shield for this. Oh, it's not Robotnik, it's one of those egg robo things.
Pew, pew!
And you may notice that, this version of this boss also shooting a lot more.
Pew, pew!
But still, not a hard boss. We beat him, no problem.
That's still upside down.
It comes down lower so that Knuckles and his short, stubby legs can actually reach it. So yeah, even though Robotnik's been defeated and the Death Egg has been destroyed, clearly there are some remnants of Robotnik still here.
Fun.
So, the plot of Knuckles' run is basically taking care of that.
Yeah, just doing some maintenance. Also just noticed that the numbers for the stages have spikes on them.
Why are there Sonic statues in these ruins?
Because Sonic is the Avatar.
Here. Nope, that's not where that was. Can I get back down there? I think. Yeah, it's gonna be much harder for me to find the emeralds in this one, but again, I'm gonna do my best to get them all.
I will get you! I'll go get you!
Oh no, I'm gonna be booped! I must escape from that giant white arrow! It's one of Robotnik's deadly speed traps! I never explained that joke, did I?
No.
Alright, so, when the Sonic 3 portion of this game was released originally, it was buggy.
Oh.
It was very buggy, in a lot of ways. So, And some of them were, like, ways that could, like, freeze the game. And so, the way the manual justified it was, oh, be careful of some of Robotnik's deadly speed traps! And thus, an internet meme was born.
Ah. And then they probably took that further in Sonic.exe.
Why am I backtracking? I'm desperately looking... Oh, great, I'm where I don't want to be. I backtracked too far. Awesome.
Under the sea, under the sea.
Can you show me the way? But luckily, I'm CHONK and can climb walls.
Because echidnas can do that?
Apparently?
I mean, I didn't expect hedgehogs to be super fast.
Yeah, that's true.
Or foxes being able to fly. Although
There's a bat joke I can make here.
Yeah, I was thinking of the flying fox, yes.
Aha!
Aha!
Aha! Alright, now the trick is to not mess this one up this time.
And remember to hit left?
Yep. Nope.
Not that way. That way.
Fun fact, Knuckles is also a heliophobe. Much like myself, he has sensitive eyes.
Makes sense. I'm assuming echidnas are more nocturnal.
Yep. Plus also, dig dig burrow burrow dig dig burrow.
Diggy diggy hole.
Diggy diggy hole. Diggy diggy hole. I'm an enchilada and I'm digging a hole.
Well, that would be a twist if Knuckles the Echidna made enchiladas.
There was a play I was in where enchiladas were a big part of the plot. I'm going over to chill on the chiladas. We got the Kikyo Emerald.
I bet it's grape flavored.
Knuckles, what are you? Knuckles, no! Knuckles, oh.
Kikyo.
Kikyo's gonna watch this later and be like, excuse me!
I mean, would you rather be in the stew again? For those who don't know, go check out Yorkshire Raven's channel and see our insanity in Monkey Island 2.
Yep. That was a fun game.
It was.
Get off of me!
Nom 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 nom.
So what the little piranha things do is, they just kind of nom your rings. Science. Whee! Let's see here.
Man, that is the most intense bidet ever.
You are not an emerald. I am disappointed.
No, this is Patrick.
Game?
Whee! Whee!
Alright, if I do this right...
That guy was trying to... Aha! He was trying to give you a swirly.
Yep.
Also, why does he turn purple underwater?
Blue plus red equals purple?
By that logic, though, wouldn't Tails have turned green underwater? Now, you would think after Sonic activated this would have stayed deactivated, or at the very least closed off.
The funny thing is, that actually is the case with a trap much later in the game.
Oh my.
Much later. Like, there are definitely parts where they, put more effort into making it internally consistent.
That makes sense. Shark!
So many sharks.
Woo! This is the most intense water park ever.
Nope, this was just ring, wasn't it? Well, let's see what's up here.
And then we find another one of the Colonel's herbs and spices. Don't touch the spikes, they're poison.
They are not made of grape.
Whoa! Look at that face!
I love that expression. I'm ignoring the 1-up, I may regret that later, but oh well.
I mean, you got 15 at the moment.
Invincible. Here's where the other one was.
Peekaboo!
One. Oh, man.
Why does it gotta be the checkerboard one? Oh, wait. You know, I bet they play some really intense games of chess in this area.
You would think. 1, 3.
Why balls, though?
That's a good question. I mean, I know Vector Man came out at around the same time, and he was basically made of balls.
Oh my.
We could, in theory, do Vector Man on here. I'm terrible at that game. It's an awesome game, though. I actually have the cartridge over there.
Huh.
I don't know if you can see where I'm looking, but that's okay. Take my word for it.
Yes, is it over there? Or over there?
It's by the shiny thing that doesn't exist.
Most people don't know what we're talking about.
That was like an entire date night right there.
Yeah. Like, I just saw something shiny in his webcam, and I'm like, what's that? And we spent like 20 to 30 minutes trying to figure out what it was. Turns out it was like either like a box or a console that was glinting in the light.
Yeah, it was the reflection off my game shelf, or one of my game shelves.
Because half of it was Lantern going like, there's nothing there! There's nothing, there's just a wall behind me!
But there's something glowy behind you! But there's nothing there! Ow.
Ring shark!
I don't need rings, I am the CHONK! Like, I love being able to climb up walls. There's one character in one specific Sonic game who I feel has a way more fun method of climbing up walls.
Who?
Mighty the Armadillo in Knuckles Chaotix. He basically ninja guidance up walls.
Oh, damn.
if Ninja Gaidening in a Sonic game is wrong, I don't want to be right.
That is fair. And there's another one.
Okay, it's this one.
Whoops.
Boing. So the regular Chaos Emerald stages, like, as you can tell, they're relatively friendly. It's when we... And, like, you all saw the Super Emerald stages. That's where things get trickier.
Yep.
There is actually, like, a debug, Chaos Emerald stage in the game.
Oh.
Like, the 8th one. It is crazy hard, and actually Mania includes it, and, like, it's one of the most intense Emerald... Like, you have to be pixel perfect at all times, and it's just super stressful.
Yeah.
But it's a really cool design. Also, if you, inserted other games aside from Sonic 2 or Sonic 3 into the Sonic & Knuckles, cartridge, you ended up unlocking a bunch of other Blue Sphere stages that didn't give you anything, but were just for fun.
Poke. 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 Poke.
So here's where Knuckles blew out the bridge for us. But we're Knuckles, so we just go this way, because we have CHONK power.
Who needs bridges?
Yeah, I know in at least one of the Sonic canons, like, particularly the Archie Comics Sat AM canon, Knuckles was the physically strongest character. I'm not sure if that's still the case, but he's still one of the beefier ones.
Yeah.
Like, it's him, Vector, and Mighty are the three physically strongest characters. Where, like, Sonic is fast, haha, spikes. And, like, Tails is smart.
And is very popular with plant ladies.
Yep.
But it's fine because he shows up in the next Sonic movie, eventually, when that comes out.
I still need to see the Sonic movie.
Same.
Like, I was hoping to do that when I was supposed to visit you in March, but obviously that didn't happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, this version of this boss fight, the egg robo does not fly down. So, you get a lot less opportunities to hit him.
Aww. Where'd you go? Oh, there you are.
I was worried that we glitched out for a sec.
I was like, oh man, he pulled a me.
As good a programmer as Yuji Naka is, Sonic is renowned for kind of being held together with chewing gum and a prayer.
That makes sense.
There we go.
At least it wasn't the Mecha Sonic.
Bunnies, you don't go in water.
I mean, there's that sea slug that looks like a bunny.
Oh yeah,